action wins all the time. Action, speed, momentum. It's not a joke. It wins all of the time, actually. Like if the work is hard, just go harder. It looks brain dead like this, but it actually works like this. Right? If you just work hard, just focus, go harder, right? It's just thoughts in your brain. You're not gonna have any more those thoughts if you just focus and work harder, right? But especially if you have a problem, the worst thing you can do is be inactive, right? Because when you do inactive, you're spending time, and you're wasting time, because time is always running, so you're wasting time, right? So you're doing something, right? Doing something with your time. What are you doing? Nothing. And nothing's gonna get you anywhere. Nowhere, actually. It's gonna get you nowhere. So what you wanna do is always do something. Just, like, it doesn't mean to always wanna go, because, for example, when you are seeing about what you want to do in the like, doesn't mean you want to always be at the highest level of energy, right? For example, if you're talking with your with your mom, or with your girl, or with your friends, or like you are talking about like, all the things you want to achieve and so stuff, right? You're gonna be more to relax when it's totally obvious, right? But what I mean by this is, like, if you are facing some problems, act, do something, right? Think about it. What can I do? There's always something you can do. There's always a way to win. In whatever situation there is, you always a way to win. You can always win. Life is like you. There's always a way to win. Don't believe those people who say like, "Oh no, you cannot win at that." You can. Oh, there's always a way to make it up. There's always a way to win. Every single time, right? And the same people who are in a situation they cannot recover, it's because they just, like, number one, they didn't use their brain. Like, for example, there are people who like are. This is the craziest thing, right? People who like they smoke and they tell you don't smoke. Okay, why don't you stop smoking? Right? I'm not smoking. It's not me. You should tell me this, right? I'm not smoking. Why are you smoking? He's like, oh yeah, but you know what? It's so hard. And I was like, nah, it's so hard. So I was like, bro, just stop smoking. Really, right? Like, what if smoking was not in your life anymore? Just that simple. Or for example, some people take cocaine. They take drugs, right? Just say no to drugs. Like, it's not just say no. It's like, just don't. Right? And they're like, oh yeah, about the environment stuff. Well, just change the environment. Right? It's like, that never made sense to me. People go like, oh, like, you don't understand your environment. Well, why are you hanging around with those dudes? You don't have to hang around. You don't have to hang around those people. Like, what, you're going to tell me that everywhere you walk, all the people you talk to, they're smoking? No. And even if you're all alone for a little bit, right? It is what it is, but you rather be around people fucking up your life than be alone for a little bit. Everybody's going to be alone for a little bit at a time. Well, actually, more than a little bit, right? Because your life is about you, not about others, right? It's like you. Your life is about you. So why would you, like, come on, where was I? Coming back to everything, there's nothing you cannot do in this world. Everything is possible, right? So action wins all the time. Even if you're like facing a problem, the best move is right to like, because it's always the best move, right? And what I mean action is like, not like, for example, always like, for example, push-ups and then work and then this and that. And you think those things are amazing, yes, right? And do them, right? But sometimes the best move is just sit down and think, right? Sometimes the best move is just sit down and think, why am I thinking this, right? Sometimes the best move is to just like, is to pray. Sometimes the best move is to read a book, right? Sometimes those are the things, right? But now you have enough time to do every single one of those things in a day, right? So it doesn't mean you shouldn't do push-ups. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do any of those things. Because I did a mistake for a long time. I like action, and then I like, so I acted, and I didn't stop, right? I just like had some bit at the beginning, like didn't stop thinking, spending time like reading or sort of stuff. It's just like at the beginning of the action of like thinking or reading, I just felt a bit bad, and because I wasn't acting, but that was the best move, so I did it anyway. So now it's like you have enough time today to do everything and to do all those things, and you should do all those things, right? So for example, so what I do at the start of the day when I'm on the transport, I read a book. Then when I'm in class, I'm working on my things. Then when I get home, I keep working on my things, and then I work out. Right? I like to work out in the morning. If I get the work done in the morning, get the work done in the morning. If not, I get in the evening, and then I think a little bit, right? Or I work more and I think, right? And then when do I eat? Well, then I eat in the evening, and I prepare for the. So I used to fast, But then when I was fasting, I was eating too, because I was eating at like getting home from class. When you are in class in like in France, we're going from 8 to 6 p.m. and then I get home at like 7 p.m. and then I have boxing training at 7 p.m. and then I go from 7 to like 8:30 p.m. And so when I get home, I eat at 9 p.m. And when I eat at 9 p.m., it's like all bloated. You're literally eating right before you're sleeping, right? So your body doesn't have time to digest. So then it puts energy to digestion and then to resting. Right? Not like to like then to like, for example, you did like a massive session of workout session, and it doesn't put on back to recovery session, to recover your body. Right? So then it's like like you're not actually recovering, right? So you actually get up, you feel a bit tired. It's like you don't feel tired. You just like feel a bit weird. Like the night, it wasn't a night, right? It just like was like plateau, nothing, right? Like gray, right? It was nothing. So what I do is like now I eat a little bit in the morning, and a little bit in the at 12 p.m. or essentially, so 1 p.m. I don't eat breakfast. I eat 12 p.m. I cut in half 12 p.m. and then I don't want to eat too much in the day, so I cut half. I eat like 1,500 calories in each meal, and done. Sometimes it was 2,000. But yeah, damn, what was I was talking about that. So what you want to do is you have the time to do everything, right, in the whole day. You just organize yourself well, and it's like, oh, what about my social life? Well, you have enough time also to socialize. For example, like if you like, even if you were on there, like say like locked in like winter arc, whatever, like winter arc, right, which is pretty fun. You go into like pretty fun to do. You go like into that winter arc, right, and you work hard all the time, right. And now let's say it's like, because some people they just go like work, cool, but then it's like you talk to them, they're somewhat dorks. They're hard to talk to. They're not so social. They are not so funny, not so interesting, right? It's hard to like have a discussion with them, right? And this penalizes them a lot in life. So you don't want to be like this. And so for example, what you should do in the winter arc is you work. So for example, for the whole week, right? Let's say you work from Monday to like all day long, from Monday to let's say Friday. On Saturday, you work until like, now it's like I don't have class on Saturday, so I work until like let's say 7 p.m. Then I can go on a date, and I get back home, and I work a little bit, and then I work on Sundays, and back on it, right? You have time to do all those things, right? There is no excuse. You have time to do all of those things, right? Just organize yourself well, right? And you get used also to a new tempo of life. It's just gonna be funny. Action, speed, momentum, and then you get the momentum up, right? Also, you don't want to lose the momentum, right? Because you may think like, okay, now it's carrying on yourself, but no, it's not carrying on itself. It's like the momentum is there because you're pushing. So you want to push all of the time, right? Once you start pushing, the momentum drops directly, right? Because essentially it's a wheel that you're turning. The same thing as like, when you're turning on your bike, and you turn on your bike, there's a wheel, and you turn, you hear a sound like, then so you leave it off, right? And it goes like, right? You hear that sound, you fucked. Push, right? Absolutely. You need to get back on it and push right now, right? Because then you're losing the momentum. You have to get back in, put all the strength to push back in. And also it's about the thought that like you did this, and you did this, and you have to do this, right? So it's about that thought, that this, like this, right? This, you have to fight this, right? This thought, which is not on the bike. It's inside here, right? It's gonna be easier or harder, right? It's not that hard, right? Except if you do this. Then right here is like, you're gonna have a lot to catch up, right? All of this. And then here you're going back up, right? Then you have to catch up and boom, right? So you get back to how hard you were working and then boost back, right? So you just want to stay focused. Focus on the right things, not be distracted thinking about like other random things. Right? I hope that video was useful for you, and I'll see you next time.